All right. So, happy 2026. This is my first, I'll name this segment later, GTG Special Agrees. You know how that works. And, you know how that works. And, first off, before we get into the subject at hand, I really appreciate, you guys and, what you guys did for me in 2025, all of you, in one way, shape, or form. It meant a lot. It really did. It really meant a lot. I appreciate it. And when I was my first time being on the court for a while and kind of playing out a full season. So that's the thing. And hopefully 2026 works out well, not just for myself, not just for the other members of GTG Network and Productions, but to all of my fellow detractors and all of you in particular. So that's the thing. So big ups to all of you. And thank you for what you did for all of us here in 2025. It meant a lot. It really did. All right. So sentimentality out of the way now. And whatnot, start cutting this up. So 2026, apparently DSP ain't sat there and felt a certain type of way, but there's apparently a lot of locals that feel a certain type of way. We'll get to that. Let's actually get to what the subject at hand is. Apparently, DSP has some type of issue and or problem with his PayPal account. We have to swap over to another PayPal account, and now we're bartering to try to get people to come back and play fighting games. I'm not sure if we're gonna actually tackle that in this video, or we might turn it into like a two-piece and a biscuit type situation. We'll see. In any case, let's go ahead and go with the subject at hand. Let's see if DSP will tell us what his life's like. So apparently, DSP is needing to switch accounts, PayPal accounts in particular, to process his tips and whatnot. He's not saying why he's doing it. He's just saying that he's doing it. He's saying that there was some type of confusion, so he's bringing it up more and more often to get people acclimated to actually doing the situation.
Already, I got people who are contributing and are suggesting things. Okay. Okay. FYI, I just want to say one quick thing, and I'll probably have to bring it up a few times during the day. I started updating and doing different things with certain things in my setup, but also I've started updating links and things. FYI, if you want to tip me today, my tips link is different. What do I mean by that? Well, if you use the tips command right now, you're going to see there used to be a link there you click on and it goes to my tips page. You can send me a tip via that page. Well, the tips link has updated. It's an updated page now. You'll see that everything's a little different. So this week, starting this week, please tip me via the new stuff. The thing is, I know some people who actually tip me will like favorite the old link and just say, oh, I want to tip Phil, and they'll click on the link. It ain't going to work today. All right. I've set up a new page. So go to the new tips page and please tip me via the new page if you wanted to tip via PayPal. Now, everything else is still the same, but this is a thing that periodically I may change it from time to time. And in this case, I changed it this week. I want everyone to know. I saw someone in chat previously said, your tips isn't working. Well, there's a new link. It's exactly the same. It works exactly the same. It's just a different link you have to use if you want to send me a tip during a live stream. I should still get a notification. I should still be able to play a pop-up. None of that has changed. I just hope that it's working because it's a new one, brand new. So I just want to be sure that everything is working order. So I guess we'll see over the course of today. I guess if by the end of today I receive 0 tips, I'd be like, something's probably up, right? I guess we'll see. Okay. And no, you cannot tip in Monopoly money. QQ on Kick, I saw your email. I didn't read it yet, but I saw it. Sorry I didn't get a chance to read it yet because they're asking. They said, I shot you an email. Did you read it? I see it in my inbox. I just haven't read any emails there yet. So, okay. All right, let's do some shout-outs. What's up, King Michael? Good morning. Let's do some shout-outs because a bunch of people just did super chats. All right. I'll look for other contributions. We'll see if tips come through or not with this new link. Hopefully it's working. That's a bummer. I can't test it. There's no way for me to test it. I have to see if people try to use it and if it works or not. Hopefully it works. And we'll go from there. All right, we have a couple other topics to talk about. I want to give you an update on the year-end series. And we can actually also possibly do a little news story here about this Starfield mod thing that's kind of funny. Okay? All right. Some shout-outs to do. We already got Lance, who was our first sub of the week on Kick. Too Late for Prey did a $2 super chat and says, Mr. All right, so I think we're caught up now. I'm taking a look at everything. I think I've shouted everything out. Again, the tips link has changed. So if you're going to tip me today, you can still use the tips command in either chat. You can still look at the description of today's streams or videos. I've changed the links there. So it's basically the same exact premise. You just go to that link, you click on it, you send a tip through it, you send a message. It's exactly the same in that regard, but it's just a different link. Okay? We'll see if it works. I'm waiting. So far, it doesn't look like anyone has tipped. So I don't know if that's the case, or if people did tip and you're waiting for me to shout it out and I'm not seeing it. I did set it up to send me notifications, but I don't see any yet. So I guess we'll see. Let me know if you're a regular and you tipped and I'm not shouting it out, because I haven't gotten any notifications yet. So obviously I want to be sure that, you know, the notifications are working and I'm not missing contributions or anything. Maybe I'll have to actively try to have it open. I don't know. The problem with PayPal is they auto-log you out constantly. Like, constantly. And it's a major pain to have to keep logging in. So, yeah, so far, it shows nothing. So, okay, good. What I'll do is I'll probably try to leave that open too, just in case the notifications aren't coming through. Okay. Okay, so, cool. So let's talk about these year-end series, because people are asking now, and you want information on them. Well, I've got it for you. All right, as of yesterday, when I was relaxing with my wife, actually, we were watching a couple videos together on the couch, and I said, you know what I'll do is I'll just casually go through my list of playthroughs that I did in 2025, and I'll just make a few lists. Because I literally had not looked at my playthroughs from last year at all. And last year was a very chaotic year. If you remember, being a PC gamer, for the more contributions you give via engagement, that helps the channel a lot. So thank you in advance, and please do. Now, in addition to that, obviously you can financially support the content via many different methods. On the kick side, you could send some kicks, or you can become a sub or give some subs to the community. And I appreciate that. I'll give you a shout out if you do. So far, thank you to Lance Catamaran, our first sub of the week. On the YouTube side, you can do a super chat. You can become a member, or you can give some memberships, again, to your fellow viewers. That's a great way to help out. And thank you in advance to anyone who does that. I will shout those out live as well. Now, tipping. You can tip me via PayPal. The link has been updated this morning. Okay? So that means if you're going to tip me, you still use the ! tip command in chat if you're here live. You still look at the description of this stream or the description of a video, and the link there will be updated starting today. But a lot of people may not know that, because I know a lot of people use like, oh, I bookmarked it. If you bookmark it and you try to tip me today, it won't work. All right, you got to use the new link that I updated this morning. So please use the new one. And thank you in advance to anyone who tips. Right now, no one is tipped, at least from what I can see. I may have to periodically keep checking, because obviously I just, I have these new things set up and I don't know how it's working. But, let me know if you tipped me and I'm not shouting it out or whatever, because so far I don't see any contributions, and that's why I haven't shouted anything out. Okay? Cool. So you can contribute via all of those methods, and thank you in advance to anyone who does. It is your contributions that allow me to do what I love for a living. It's the major reason why we've had all these amazing studio upgrades over the last couple of months. Why I'm still, additionally adding things. Why I'm able to buy games on the fly with no issue. It's all because of you guys and your support. All right? So thank you again in advance. I appreciate all of you for supporting my content. Let's keep that awesome positivity and momentum rolling here in the new year. Cool? What in the holy hell is this song? It sounds terrible.
The growing consensus, or the narrative at the moment, is DSP is fighting chargebacks on his main account, and that's why he's moving over to a secondary. I like that. And truth be told, it's very well possibly true. To be honest with you, I have nothing, I can't go ahead and say anything against it to say that it's not true. What I do want to do, though, is bring you guys into my way of thinking, or into my thought process, not my way of thinking, but into my thought process. And let me give you guys an alternative, something that I think might actually complement this, because two things can be true. So, first off, let's actually look at our scenario. We know that DSP has at least 2 PayPal accounts, one linked to DSP Gaming and another one linked to, I'm pretty sure it's Darksydephil. And then a few years ago, for those of you who've been around, you might remember this, there was a narrative that was going around that he may have a third. Now, I can't remember if the bankruptcy actually proves that or not, but there was a growing suspicion that he has a third. If he does, and we go off of the narrative so far, a PayPal account linked to Darksydephil, another PayPal account linked to DSP Gaming, then it's very possible that the last account is Philip Brunel. He probably won't put the P in there, but there might be, if there is a third account, it's probably under his real name. That makes sense. And the reason why that, by the way, is a thing is DSP has had a PayPal account since he started doing content. Basically, when he couldn't monetize on YouTube initially, he had people go to this PayPal account. Well, that had to be Darksydephil. The reason why that is because DSP Gaming, when he first started, didn't exist yet. That was part of the three-pronged plan after the Darksydephil YouTube account ended up getting caught with like 2 copyright strikes or 2 strikes, and he was able to get 1 taken off, but he realized that the account was vulnerable, meaning that it was useless to him, and that's when he went to the DSP family of content channels and whatever, which was DSP Gaming, DSP Street Fighter, and I'm pretty sure it was King of Hate Vlogs, because I think before King of Hate Vlogs it was of King of Hate HD, but semantics. Anyway, so if there is a third account, it's more than likely under his real name. Now, like I said, the growing narrative is the reason why he has switched accounts is because of chargebacks, which very well could be true. I want to go ahead and give you this. This is my own Theo theory, not exactly a Theo theory, because it would be good if it was, but you know, it is what it is. But my active Theo theory is that he may very well be dealing with chargebacks, or whatever the case may be. The account may be compromised. He may have his funds frozen, so he needs to work something out. It's very possible, though, to be honest, because it is a new year, and because he has had a bunch of shit happen to that account throughout the 2025 year. I don't think anybody can deny that. I think he moved over to the second account to give him justification to beg.
Let me know exactly what it is that I'm doing wrong. Let me know how I could be doing better. Let me know what content I should do next after we finish the Flying Manor. I need that feedback, okay? So let me know. Thank you in advance to anyone who engages with the content. Obviously, today, if you can, please support the content. How can you do that? Well, if you're on Kick, you could either send some kicks, or you could subscribe or send some gifted subs. If you're on the YouTube side, you could do a super chat. You could become a member, or you could give some memberships to your fellow viewer. No matter where you are, you can tip me via PayPal. And the PayPal link has been updated as of today. So be sure, if you're someone who used to tip to support the content, you have the more updated one. All you got to do is use the tips link, !tip in the chat. It'll give up the new link. Or the description of this stream and all videos will also have the updated tips link. Okay, we know it works because one person so far did tip today, and it came through. And the notification came through too, so there you go. Okay, are we all ready? Ready for Claire Obscure? Sorry, I had to rotate the camera around here to get it to not block the stuff. Really? I'm being told the boss is hell. Is it really? Okay. So, I guess I gotta ban some more stupid people over on Kick because they're spamming. I haven't been paying attention. Hold on while I do that. So, guys, we have about an hour left on the stream. And as you can see, I would say attendance is pretty good. Engagement's been good, but support has been very, very low today for Expedition 33. Now, I don't know if that's a result of people just don't care about the playthrough anymore. I don't know if that's a result of trolling. I don't know if it's because I changed my PayPal tips link and it's different and people tried to tip and say, oh, it doesn't work. I don't know. All right, so here's the deal. We got an hour left. Please support Expedition 33. People asked me to go back to it. I've been going back to it for 2-3 weeks. I really enjoy playing this. And it sure would be great if we could keep it going. I want to keep going doing the post-game content. But we have to be able to have good streams of it. And right now, sadly, today is a really low support stream. So if you like this, if you want to see me keep tackling this post-game, end-game content, please support the stream today. You know the ways to do it. Notably, the one that's different today, my tips link changed for PayPal. If you take a look, if you do !tip in either chat, it's a new link. Please check that out. And support if you can. Okay? Thank you, Pepe, for the $10 tip that happened. But, I mean, we've had, literally, it was Pepe with that tip. Lance Catamaran gifted a sub 2 hours ago. Titanite Slab did a super chat 2 hours ago. So the entire time I've been playing this, no one supported it. That's a problem. Okay? I want to keep going and doing this playthrough. I like this game. I'm happy that I was able to come back to it after all this time. But for some bizarre reason now, we're sputtering out at the best parts. Like, that was top 3 fights in the game, right? Hardest. And I did it in an hour, and that was great. All right, I got to play what people will show up and engage in support with. And right now, the support today has been bad, and I don't know why. Actually, most of the support came in during the podcast. $50 of support. So, like I said, one contribution for the entire Clear Obscure stream is not going to cut it. Please support Clear Obscure. All right? If you like it, I like it. I want to keep going. Please support it. All right. Here we go. Okay, folks. We are... Now, some stuff I need to talk about. Number one, the trolling. The trolling has been out of control for a day and a half. I'm not going to acknowledge it if I see it happening. You're just going to be removed, and I don't care. I'm not going to be like, oh, stop it or anything. It's just going to be gone. You're gone. All right? If I see it happening tonight, that's it. We're here to chill and have a good time. It should be a great chill stream like it was last time. I don't care if you don't like me. You're just going to be removed, and we can have a nice chill night together. Okay? That's number one. Number two, today, this morning, I changed my PayPal link. What I mean by that is if you use the tips command in either chat, if you look at the description of this stream, and let me confirm that it actually did it, all of the information should have been edited and now have... Oh, it didn't work. So I got to change this. This is not working. That's stupid. I think it worked for videos, but not for streams. How do I get defaults on streams? Oh, I didn't even know this is here. Yeah, I didn't even know that existed. Okay. Yeah, how do I get defaults for streams so I don't have to manually do it every time? Crap. I'm going to have to find that. I don't know where that is. Where is that information? It's not here. 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 It's not there. Where is your default stream info? Because it's working now for videos. I'm going to double check that right now. But it did appear to be working the defaults for videos. No, it didn't work for the video either. Oh, come on. Maybe it just didn't save properly then. Let me double check here, because maybe that's the problem. I tried to set this up this morning. No, it did save there. That makes no sense. I have the defaults. Oh, wait, I know what's going on. At least I know what's going on in regard to clicking on a previous video. Okay, that must be what it is. So I gotta figure this out. Anyway, my PayPal link has changed, okay? And I want everyone to know that because earlier today, a couple people tried to tip me and said it wasn't working. I said, no, but the PayPal link has changed. There's a new one, so, you know, you gotta use the new one. It's in the tip command. It should now be in the, it should now be in the description of all these videos. I'm changing it right now from today's videos. Thank you, whoever that was. I appreciate that. I'll shut that out in a sec, because I think a tip came in too, which is what prompted me to check all of this, and it looks like it didn't save right. So there, that's good there. Okay, so these are all good now. And I do need this to set it up here too. Here we go. Tip, gotta change that. There it is there. Change it here. Okay. So all that is fixed. But I want to figure out why, when I did a default stream, it didn't set it up properly. Here, let me do this. Go live. Schedule streams. Create new or reuse settings. If I hit create new. So why does it default to the wrong stuff? Don't know. I don't even see any information about default stream stuff. Like if I hit create new, see it got, oh, it worked this time. It's correct now. Okay. So it should work moving forward for some. Oh, I know why, because I set up these streams previous. Ah, I set up these streams. That makes sense. I set up these streams on Friday. That's why the data was wrong. Now, all right. So everything's fine. Everything is working properly. Okay. All right. That makes sense. That makes sense. Sorry, I was so confused, but I figured it out myself. All right, let me get everything open. I'm going to do shout-outs, because it looks like a bunch of contributions already came in. All right, so we start off with our first tip of the night. Again, via the new PayPal link. So if you want to tip me, please check out the new link that's in the description of this stream. Or it's the tips command in either chat. Please, the old link will not work. All right, because it's been changed. Okay, so I got a $10 tip. And I don't think there's a name attached to it. So let's just play a $10 thank you animation here. This person says, I get starting on easy. I hope you'll go to normal.
It gives him an out, if you think about it. Hear me out. DSP is coming off of the Asmongold stimulus package, which I think, for all intents and purposes, was a failure. In that, DSP thought that shit was going to carry his ass to the promised land. Everybody was going to want to talk to him. He was going to be out here on these Goutopian streets, and people were going to see him for the content creator he is. In reality, right? I'm being pragmatic here. You know what I'm saying? In reality, no one gave a shit. Even those who, even detractors, trolls, haters, and critics, like myself, didn't really give a shit because we already saw the shortcomings of it, and or we knew DSP would never be able to take advantage of it. In turn, it was going to fail.
At it, I don't want to suck at this game forever. So by all means, please share your thoughts about what's important, what I should be doing. Tag me in either chat. Let's have some fun back and forth conversation tonight. But at the very same time, okay, I just want to let you know, support tonight is greatly appreciated. I had a slow stream of Expedition 33 earlier today. And obviously tonight I'd like to have a great stream of Rimworld to help out with that so I can keep these kind of games in the rotation. I changed my link to do tips. So tonight, if you want to tip me via PayPal, it's the same command in chat, !tip. You'll bring it up, but it's a different link. It's a different link in the description of the video as well. So please be sure you're doing the right one. If you try to do the old one, it won't work. You'll get an error. You got to use the new link if you want to tip tonight. You know, last time we played, there was a significant amount of support via tips. I just want to be sure people are aware of that, okay? Okay. All right, here we go. Load game. Oh, I forgot it was called the Knights of the L-Shaped Desk. Spedgy, how are you? $6.99 super. Okay, so guys, we've got another hour left on stream, FYI. Thanks for chilling here with me tonight. I'm going to go use the restroom quickly, come back and play for another hour. Thank you for the support. We've got pretty good support so far tonight, and I appreciate that. Again, I just want to reiterate, because many people have joined now who weren't here earlier, my PayPal link changed. So if you want to send me a tip tonight, please be sure to use the new link that you can use in the PayPal command. It's the ! Tip command, or it's in the description of this stream, or any of the videos I uploaded today. Everything else is great. You know, subs are good. You know, we got some YouTube side support, some Kick side support. So thank you guys for that. Keep it rolling here with the engagement and support for Rimworld. I appreciate that because, like I said earlier today, the Expedition 33 stream wasn't so good, but I want to keep playing that game. So the fact that you guys are here to support this game, I really appreciate it. All right, let's make it a great night. All right, I'll be right back, and then we'll continue on. While everyone is doing this is a good time to say, hey, everyone, if you're enjoying the Rimworld content, please engage and support it. Number one, if you're here live on stream and you haven't yet, please give the stream a like. Likes help the stream a lot, and it helps the channel get found in the algorithm. So please like the stream if you haven't yet. If you're watching this on demand after the fact and you're liking it, please like the video and leave some comments on it. Please, by all means, leave me advice on how to do things better. I would absolutely love advice on how to proceed. everyone is helping me here now, and I really appreciate that. So thank you. Now, please support the stream. Right now, the stream is well supported, but please let's keep it going. If you can, if you like the content, if you want more of this, particularly this week, please support it if you can. On the YouTube side, super chats, or memberships, or gifted memberships to the community, all appreciated. On the Kick side, subs, gifted subs, or kicks, all appreciated. Or you can tip me via PayPal using the new link that is now in the tips command, ! Tip. If you're watching this on demand, you look at the description of the video, it'll have the new link there that you can tip me via. I would appreciate contributions to help out and keep stuff going around here. And particularly, like I said, there's a couple games now, particularly Expedition 33, where I want to keep going. I want to keep playing this game. It's just hard to get an audience for it. All right? We're in the end game doing all the post-game challenging content, and I definitely want to keep going. So if I do really well on a stream like tonight, that could make up for the fact that a game like Expedition 33 is not doing so well. All right? So again, if you like the content, please support it, particularly if you like this right now that I'm doing it. I went out of my comfort zone. Thank you in advance to anyone who supports the stream. Okay. I don't know. Someone said check on his status. I don't know how. How does it see? It doesn't say anything here about recruiting him. So I don't really know how that works. Did he just get...
Color me red that I wasn't right. Or, well, we weren't right, I should say. So there's that. I think what it really comes down to is he needs a reason to beg. He needs a justifiable reason to tell people, hey, you guys can contribute. Not that you guys need to contribute, but hey, you guys can contribute to me. And the best way to do it is move from one account to another. Now, the justification behind that, still up in the air. We can debate that all we want. But the reasoning, if you will, is it just gives him another reason to beg. Because coming off of the Yasmin Gold stimulus package, coming off of his, he's seen the light, he's seen the promised land, he's seen the faltering in his begging, and he don't want to do that no more. And that's why we've allegedly abolished all the stream goals and all that other bullshit that's clearly not true. By saying that, hey, I have to switch accounts over. Now you guys now I'm giving myself, or he's giving himself a reason to beg and do it under the justification. Keep in mind, DSP is an addict. All right, he's an addict. He's also a massive creature of habit, right? Which is even worse if you're an addict. To be honest with you. So now he's in a position where I don't want to admit that the Yasmin Gold experiment was a failure. I don't want to go back completely and start begging off rip, even though he's already done that. But going off rip and begging again, which gives Yasmin Gold and whoever else reason and justification to fucking clown my ass. So I'll go ahead and take a scenario that will justify it. Now here's where our problem comes into play.
Whatever. So one quick thing, because we're going to get started. I'm going to start recording and talk about this topic. Today, just like yesterday, I just want to let you guys know there is a new link for tips. If someone wants to contribute to my stream via tipping today, you have to use the new link. And you might say, well, how do I do it? It's the same command, the ! Tip command. Will bring it up. Or if you look at the description of this stream, let me confirm that actually saved. It should have. It did, yep. The description of this stream, it has the new PayPal link. You got to use the new one. The old one doesn't work right now. So, please go ahead and use the new one if you want to tip and contribute. Okay? Just throwing that out there because yesterday there was a few people who were confused and were like, what's going on? And, that's the way that you can tip today. Okay? All right, let's get started. All right, let's talk about this topic I want to talk about. Okay, here we go.
DSP said just the other day that, I'm going ahead and I'll try to see if I can insert the clip of that. But I'm going ahead and I'm doing this. I'm telling you guys about this because some of you people were I brought it up to you guys the other day or a day previous. And some of you guys were still confused on how to tip me, so on and so forth. And I think it's exclamation tip in his fucking chat. And that's what brings it up. Well, there's a problem. If you've already made this changeover for people to go to this new account and whatnot, why are you why are we going through all these extra steps? If all you have to do is put in the prompt into his chat and that brings you right to the tip page, the new one, then that's what it should be. There should be no confusion. The reason why I'm saying that is because that's something he needs to handle on the back end. So he's kind of painting out the scenario that, oh, people are going to his old content and they're clicking on that link that's under all of his YouTube videos and shit, and that's how they're trying to tip him, and it's not working. So now he has to prompt them into the stream chat, but that doesn't make any sense because ever since he made the new changeover from one account to another, all of his new videos should have that. You see what I'm saying? He's trying to build a problem, and then he's trying to sell them the solution, while in actuality he's just trying to figure out a new way to beg, stealth beg, if you will, without it seem like begging. That's my theory. I honestly think that's all this is. It's just another justification for him to figure out a way to beg. That's it. Because the money's slowing up. We've already wage quit a couple of games so far. He had at least a situation just in the early days of the year where he went like 3, almost 4 streams without hitting the stream goal. I assume the anonymous tips are going to start coming in fast and furious sooner than later. Or only iced coffee is going to come in for the save on some Captain Save-A-Ho type shit. So we'll see, but I think that's the real reason. I think the reason is he's looking for a reason to beg, and he has to create this existential crisis or scenario or situation to justify it. That's what I think the reasoning is. Which means that the first account, or his first PayPal account that's compromised, could still very well be true. But yet again, because DSP is a creature of habit, he can't really give up begging. He needs it. Just like any addict, just like any junkie, he needs that shit. And yeah, he went cold turkey to try to stay in Asmongold and in the Roach's fucking good graces and shit, and more importantly, to keep Asmongold off his ass from joking on him, which theoretically he's kind of succeeded in that. But DSP will always go back to what he knows best, and that's begging.
Maybe some kicks or a sub or subs on Kick. Maybe a tip via my PayPal. My PayPal has a new link. Please check it out in the tips command. Okay, but everything appreciated. Yeah, that's something I'm not going to be discussing on my streams. What's up, Flatman? Flatman with the 222 super chat. Almost home from work. I'll see you soon. Jesus bless you all. Thank you, Flatman. Yeah, it is confirmed. My tips are working for everyone but Flatman, apparently, because he usually tips me. And he tried to tip me last night, and apparently he said his bank got rejected or something, which makes no sense. It's just a PayPal account. It's anything special. It's very weird.
Can't stop that. That's just what he is. You know what I'm saying? Like, deep down, he knows it. He knows deep down he's an e-beggar. He's begged his entire life. He's begged his entire time online. From when he was begging people for rides in the FGC, when he was going on to the SRK forums and trying to push his videos, because that's another thing too that kind of pissed me off a little bit. DSP tries to talk about how, oh, when I left the FGC and I went to do YouTube content, I was getting more buzz than the people on SRK were. Or guys in the fighting game community, I should say. And that's not actually true. The reality is a lot of those guys weren't hip to putting their content online yet. That's the reason why DSP went to their tournaments, so he could steal their footage, so he could put that on his channel and he could eat off of it, because he knew they weren't ahead of the curve yet. And then when he got approached about it, he would say, oh, well, I'm just giving you guys publicity. I'm helping y'all out. I mean, yeah, I'm eating the revenue off of that, or I'm maybe getting some ad revenue off of that, or clout, but I'm really just trying to help your tournament. He literally tried to use that as a justification. This is no different. You know what I'm saying? And that's actually the reality of it. And if you go back to the archives, you'll find, I want to say, out of the many accounts that he has, I want to say it was called King of Hate HD, or something along those lines, or some type of verbiage that's similar to that. And you'll find that account promoting DSP's channel and shit and whatnot. He's done it on a couple of different times in a couple of different sections up there. It's a small thing that most people don't know yet. I don't know if that being said has done a deep dive of that yet. If they have, they have. If they haven't, they will eventually. So there you go on that. So that's the situation there, and that's what that leads to. I thought that was absolute bullshit that he was saying that, because not everybody was hip to it. That's the reality of it. And if DSP wants to talk all that bullshit, Ask him what happened to all those mystery matches that are missing between him and Maximilian Dood from Marvel vs. Capcom Origins. Just in case you don't know, it's a project that I'm actually working on. But I'll put that out there because why not? The streets need to eat. Back in, that would have been in 2012. That'd have been early 2012, like September, I want to tell you. I want to say it was like late September. Maximilian Dood did a video. It was basically a beginner's guide for Marvel vs. Capcom Origins, just to kind of help you familiarize yourself with the game and this, that, and the third. The video has a bunch of matches in it in compilation, but there's like 4 matches in there, maybe even be 5, with DSP in it. And what, actually, you know what? I'll go the extra step and I'll link it down in the description. You check it out for yourself. Here's the thing. I can't find DSP's fucking version of that. I can't find his rendition of those matches. Now, here's the crazy part. The day Max dropped that video, DSP has a playlist with that same date with something like 57. He has 2 playlists actually. He has one with like 62, and he has another one with like 57. But the point is the playlist was basically made on the same day that Max dropped that video. The interesting thing is 4 or 5 of the matches that DSP had with Maximilian isn't there. So where are those matches at? And then if you look under the comments under that video, which I will link in the description, you can hear people who saw DSP's video that I can't find at the moment. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It just means I can't find it at the moment. Where DSP's saying, oh, we both own that footage. The fuck you mean you own that footage? Where's your half of it? Where's your side of it? It does exist because DSP made excuses on why he lost all those matches. Let me take that back because I lied there. DSP didn't lose all those matches. He lost the majority of those matches, but he didn't lose all of them. He scraped away with 1 or 2. But I can't find any of DSP's. I can't find DSP's side of it. I can only find Max's side of it. He's talking over it, so the audio isn't there. So where are those matches at, DSP? That's weird. And the reason why I'm bringing that up, and this is part of my larger project, is DSP was crying and complaining either in 2024 or in 2025 about how Max wouldn't talk to him. And he said that Max owed him because he said that Max was basically getting clout off of him back in the day when they played Marvel vs. Capcom 1 with each other. Well, if that's the case, if that's really true, one, Max doesn't put DSP's name anywhere in that video title at all. And I don't even think he's in the description either. He might be, but I don't think so. I think he got the quartering. I think DSP got the quartering treatment on that shit. But where's DSP's side of those matches? They're not on DSP Street Fighter, which is where they should be, unless he moved it to DSP Gaming and they're on there. But I can't seem to find them there either. That doesn't mean they're not there. It just means I can't find it. So why is 4 or 5 matches that DSP had with Max back in 2012 fucking missing? Why is that a thing? Food for thought. In any case, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I have to say about that as it pertains to the situation with DSP and this whole new PayPal account situation. It's very possible the first one is compromised all the shit. He moved on to the second one, but I honestly think he's using this second account as justification to beg. And because he can swap between accounts at will, why not? Why not go ahead and be like, hey, he's going through the jitters. He's having those tremors and itches and shit like a crackhead, and he needs a reason to beg because begging has always brought him what he wanted by hook or by crook. And what is it that I try to tell y'all? What is rewarded will be repeated, and he just needs a different way of doing it. He just needs a new way of doing it. So the initial thought of the account is compromised, that's why he's moving to the second one, could very well be true. I have no reason why not. I have no reason to debate that it's not. I also think he's just looking for another reason to beg. And I think if that first account isn't compromised, he was planning on doing this anyway. Because he has multiple accounts for a reason, because he's had problems with his PayPal accounts over the years. For those of you who know, you know. But I think that's I think that might be the primary reason. I can't prove that, but that's my thought. Give me a second. All right, sorry about that. So anyway, yeah, that's my particular thoughts on that situation. I think it's just another justification to beg. It could be anything though, truth be told, but I think those two kind of line up. I think he's just looking for another reason to beg without bringing Asmongold and everybody else on his neck, because DSP is very much in a situation. He's put himself in a catch-22. By getting the Asmongold interview, right, which he begged and bitched for. Let's not forget that. Now he has no justification for why shit didn't work, why shit didn't hold up. He's stuck. He's legitimately stuck because he doesn't have a reason or excuse anymore. But DSP needs to beg because the fallout, money's drying up and whatnot. We're wage quitting. How many games did he wage quit since the Asmongold interview?
We're doing Call of Duty Black Ops 7, and we're still testing to see if playing Black Ops 7 now with my new setup and equipment is good enough to get people excited for Black Ops again and to watch me play Call of Duty and to come by and engage in support. And what I mean by that is I like playing it right now. Like the last couple sessions, I've enjoyed way more than previous. I'm actually getting kill streaks and I'm getting better at the game. Why? Well, it's because of my setup being much better equipment, all that. But it's kind of a mixed bag for the audience. It seems like some of the audience really like it, and other parts of the audience just hate Call of Duty right now. Like this particular one, I get it, is like one of the worst in years. So it's been an interesting mix. Like we'll get people who are having fun and cheering on and helping me with the loadouts, and then on the other side, you'll have a bunch of trolls who are just spamming, and then you have people who say, this is boring, stop playing it. And it's been all over the place. I've had nights that have been well engaged and supported, and I've had nights that have been nearly dead and very, very unsuccessful. So I really don't know what to do. Like, I like the game, and I would like to keep it in the rotation from time to time for multiplayer fun, but I also want to make sure people care. So tonight is a good test night. Tonight, if you're here and you hang out and you engage with the stream by talking with me about the loadouts and in between the matches, and if you like the stream, to give it engagement, and if you support the stream with super chats, memberships, kicks, subs, and tips, and all that happens, then I'll be like, wow, people like Call of Duty again. We've got it back because I increased my performance enough through many different things to make it entertaining for the audience, all right? Or it could be the complete opposite, where I'm playing and no one likes it and it just fails tonight. And I don't really know how it's going to go, to be honest. I hope it's the former and not the latter. I would much rather have a fun, entertaining night with score streaks and hitting objectives and getting better with weapons and tearing it up. Those are fun nights, right? But you never know what's going to happen. So I guess we'll have to see. Let's chill tonight and enjoy each other's company. Now, also, FYI, I changed the schedule just so everybody knows. So here's what's going to happen for the rest of the week, FYI. So tomorrow, we're going to do a podcast in the morning, and we're going to do Arc Raiders. Our first Arc Raiders drops of the week. And then on the night stream tomorrow night, we are going to do more Rimworld, but it's going to be the final night where I'm playing with this introductory group of survivors. What we're going to do is one more 2-hour session, learning the ropes, learning how to play the game. Then when we play it again, which is going to be next week, we're going to start fresh, and we're actually going to go from easy to normal difficulty. We're actually going to change some of the survivors to be different, so they have different stats, different personalities, and I'm going to try to do it for my own. Now, as I'm playing, I might pause and ask people for advice on what to do, but since I now will know the general beginning stuff of how to play and control the game, I'll try to do an honest run, because the first run really was a trial run, a tutorial run, and now people are asking, hey, would you go back and do a legit run on normal difficulty? I'm like, yeah, I would. Why not? And if it doesn't work, that's fine, but at least we tried, right? And we did a few streams of it, and it worked out. So tomorrow night, the final Rimworld stream of this introductory group, and then next week we start fresh with a new group, okay? Wednesday is Claire Obscure, and then Wednesday night will be more Black Ops 7, depending on how tonight goes. If tonight goes well, we'll do it again. If tonight... Oh, excuse me, I screwed that up. That's my fault. This is Wednesday night. On Wednesday night, we're doing Claire Obscure, and Wednesday night, we're going to do Arc Raiders again. So we're going to do Arc Raiders tomorrow, day stream, and we're going to do Arc Raiders Wednesday night, late stream. 2 streams of Arc Raiders, which people have been asking for more. So I'm giving you 2 streams, 2 days in a row for more drops, all right? Then Thursday, we're going to do a podcast in the morning. That's going to be my most disappointing games of the year countdown. Then it's going to be Pokemon Legends ZA DLC continuing. We're nearing the end, by the way. And then it'll be more Black Ops 7 on Thursday night, okay? If tonight goes well. If tonight doesn't go well, then we won't do it and we'll do something different. But if tonight goes well, I'd like to do another stream of it this week. Then Friday, there'll be Code Violet, the new game featuring dinosaurs. It's the spiritual successor to Dino Crisis. That's going to premiere on the first stream. And then the late stream, we're going to do Friday Night Fight Street Fighter 6. Unless people convince me otherwise, I want to do a one-off stream of Street Fighter 6 and see how it does. If it does well, we'll think about it. About, maybe going back to it. If it does poorly, or if I don't like the game, then screw it. But there's no pressure there. It's just trying it out on Friday night. We'll see how it goes. Okay? So that's the schedule for the week. Those are some schedule changes, I know. Originally, we weren't sure what we were going to be doing on certain days, but that's what we're doing now. Okay? Just to make it clear.
So, or stimulus package. So he needs something. And begging is old faithful, to be honest with you. He didn't give it the old Yeller treatment. He wanted people to believe it, but that's not what he did. There's probably not any more roaches left. So we need to transition back into what works, so to speak. And it doesn't matter how many fucking videos are made. It doesn't matter how many times ass clowns like me laugh at him and whatnot. At the end of the day, as long as he can get his DoorDash, he can get his WWE champion pulls, then it is what it is. So I think that's what the situation. I think that's where we're at. But let me know what you guys think, how you guys feel. Yet again, happy 2026. And like I said, I'll go over the Street Fighter thing on another video because that's pathetic and whatnot. And then holy fuck, bruh. Holy fuck, that shit with LolCow Universe, LolCow Bust and whatnot. Apparently the Amberlynn Reed stimulus package is about to dry up. You know what I'm saying? She was up there 3 times, I think, and the show was already lost all viewership by 4th. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the troll donations are coming in, which is dumb. I'm really surprised people do that, but it is what they'll learn. They'll learn. So you got that nonsense going on. Foodie Beauty didn't go up on there. Smart on her part, but then her sex tape got leaked and whatnot with Nas for Ross Tooth and the fucking diseased dick that he was passing her. But she didn't mind playing fucking Doggy Dead or Dead Doggy while she took it. So it is what it is on that. That's crazy in itself. 2026 is going to be a pretty interesting year, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty interesting year. In any case, thank you guys very much for listening in. I very much appreciate it. I'll catch you guys for the next one of these. I'll name this segment later, GTG Spits That Grease. The real title's still in the works, and I'll catch you guys for the next one. Later, people. Take care.